Good morning students, this is Latif sir. In this video I am going to start the second chapter of class 10th chemistry. The topic is chemical bonding. In this chapter I will discuss about different types of bonding, chemical bondings like electrovalent bonds, covalent bonds, coordinate bonds. Okay, so first you have to know what is a chemical bond. A chemical bond is one type of force of attraction between two atoms. Okay, so a chemical bond is defined as the force of attraction between any two atoms in a molecule to maintain stability. And a chemical bond is formed by redistribution of electron between the two atoms. Okay, and there are main three types of there are main three types of chemical bonds. One is electrovalent bond, another is covalent bond, and the third one is coordinate bond or dative bond. Okay, so first I'll discuss about electrovalent or ionic bond. Okay, ionic bond or electrovalent bond are formed by transfer of one or more electron from one atom to another atom. Electrovalent or ionic bond is formed by transfer of one or more electrons from one atom to another atom, and it is formed by the combination of metals with non-metals. Okay, so metallic element, atom of metallic element, metallic element have one or two or three electron in their valence shell, and non-metallic elements generally have 7, 6 or 5 electrons in their valence shell or outermost shell. When atoms of metallic element combine with atoms of non-metallic element, then then electrovalent bond is formed. Okay, so during formation of electron valent bond, I have told that transfer of electron from one atom to another atom occur, and after transferring one or more electron from one atom to another atom, the atom will be converted into ions. Generally, metallic atom which loses electron and become positively charged ions, which is known as cation, and non-metallic atom which gain electrons and become negatively charged ion, which is known as anions. Okay, so during formation of electrovalent bond, cations and anions are formed, and after formation of cations and anions, these oppositely charged particles combines due to strong electrostatic force of attraction, and finally the bond formed is known as electrovalent or covalent bond. Okay, so metallic element, here one example is given, formation of sodium chloride. In sodium chloride, sodium is metal and chlorine is non-metal, and sodium loses one electron and it forms Na plus ion, and chlorine accept one electron to form Cl minus ion, and both become stable. Because sodium has one extra electron in the outermost shell and chlorine has 7 electron in the outermost shell. Okay, so sodium loses one electron and chlorine accept that electron to form Cl minus, and sodium becomes Na plus ion, and after formation Na plus and Cl minus, they combine to give NaCl, and the bond present in NaCl is known as electrovalent bond. Okay, so electrovalent bond is formed by combination of electrovalent bond is formed by transferring electron from one atom to another atom, generally from metallic atom to non-metallic atom. Now see electrovalent or ionic compounds, the chemical compounds formed as a result of the transfer of electron from one atom of an element to another atom of another element is called electrovalent compounds. And what is electrovalency? The number of electrons that an atom of an element loses or gains to form a electrovalent bond is called electrovalency. Here electrovalency of sodium is 1 because sodium loses one electron and chlorine accept one electron, so electrovalency of chlorine is also 1. Now conditions for the formation of electrovalent bond. conditions for the formation of electrovalent bond. The metallic element must have low ionization potential, okay, and the non-metallic element or atom must have high electron affinity. And third, there will be large electronegativity difference between the metallic and non-metallic element. Okay, so these are three basic most important conditions for formation of electrovalent bond. Now see, here it is written bonds formed between metals and non-metals is ionic or covalent. Okay, here one note is given: group 1 elements are most electropositive and they are metallic in nature, and their metallic nature increases down the group, and group 17 elements are most electropositive electronegative element, and fluorine is the most electronegative element, and thus cesium is the last member of group group 1 element. Okay, actually francium is the last element, as francium is radioactive in nature, so here cesium is considered as most electropositive element of group 1, and fluorine is the most electronegative element of group 17. So cesium fluoride is most ionic compound. Now, why are ionic compounds are stable? Ionic compounds are formed by opposite charge ion, you know that. Okay, and in ionic compound there is a strong electrostatic force of attraction between the opposite charged ion. Okay, and due to this strong electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged ions, electrovalent compound or ionic compounds are stable. Some example of ionic compounds are given here: NaCl, MgCl2, CaO, calcium oxide, KBr, potassium bromide, CaCl2. These are some example of ionic compounds. Now, some example of ionic compounds. First one is sodium chloride, which is formed by combination of sodium and chlorine. Sodium has total 11 electron, so its electronic configuration is 281, and chlorine has total 17 electron. Its electronic configuration is 287. Okay, so formation of sodium chloride. Sodium has one electron in the valence shell, so it will lose this one electron to become stable. Okay, to get stable electronic configuration, sodium loses one electron to form sodium plus ion, and sodium plus ion is a stable because this gets the electronic configuration of noble gas neon. So sodium loses one electron and forms Na plus ion, and chlorine has 7 electron in the 7 electron in the valence shell of chlorine, so it accepts one electron to form Cl minus ion, and Cl minus is also stable due to the stable electronic configuration of noble gas argon. Okay, so after losing one electron, sodium becomes stable due to stable electronic configuration of noble gas neon, and chlorine also becomes stable after gaining one electron due to stable electronic configuration of argon. Okay, so after transferring one electron from sodium to chlorine, both the atom converted into ions. Sodium becomes Na plus and chlorine becomes Cl minus, and after formation of this opposite charged ion, they combine due to strong electrostatic force of attraction and forms NaCl, sodium chloride. Okay, between Na plus and Na, sodium plus is more stable. It is less poisonous, colorless, and more stable because complete outermost shell. And similarly between Cl minus and Cl minus is more stable. Cl minus is inactive, Cl minus colorless, non-poisonous. Okay, and it has a complete outermost shell. Now see orbit Lewis electron dot structure of sodium chloride. Orbital structure not given in the syllabus. Orbital structure of sodium chloride or any ionic compound not given in the syllabus. So you have to read about electron dot structure of different ionic and covalent compound. In electron dot structure, you have to show the outermost electron by giving a dot. Only you have to write the outermost electron beside the symbol of the element. For example, sodium has 1 electron in the outermost shell, and chlorine has 7 electron in its outermost shell. Okay, and sodium loses 1 electron and chlorine accept this 1 electron, and therefore Na sodium becomes Na plus and chlorine becomes Cl minus, and they combine due to strong electrostatic force of attraction between Na plus and Cl minus and form NaCl. Okay, now formation of MgCl2. In magnesium atomic number is 12. It has electronic configuration 282, and chlorine has electronic configuration 287. So to get stability, magnesium loses 2 electron, and magnesium form Mg2 plus ion. Similarly, Cl minus accept accept 1 electron and form Cl minus ion. As one magnesium loses 2 electron, so these 2 electrons will be accepted by 2 Cl atom, and 2 Cl minus ion will be formed. Okay, and after the formation of Mg2 plus and 2 Cl minus ion, both the ion will combine to form MgCl2 due to strong electrostatic force of attraction. An electron orbital diagram is not given in the syllabus, so you have to read about electron dot structure. Magnesium has 2 electron in the outermost shell, so I have given 2 dot beside magnesium, and chlorine has 7 electron in its outermost shell, so I have given 7 dot beside the around each chlorine atom. Okay, and one magnesium loses 2 electron, and each chlorine accept 1 electron. So you can write like this: each magnesium donating 2 or transferring 2 electron to 2 chlorine atom, and it forms Mg2 plus and 2 Cl minus ion. And after this formation of oppositely charged ion, they will combine to form magnesium chloride MgCl2. Now see calcium oxide. Calcium has atomic number 20 and oxygen has atomic number 8. Okay, so electronic configuration of calcium is 2882, and electronic configuration of oxygen is 2 and 6. So calcium loses this 2 electron to become stable and form Ca2 plus, which is stable due to stable electronic configuration of noble gas argon. So calcium form calcium 2 plus ion easily for more stable electronic configuration, and oxygen accept 2 electron and forms O2 minus ion, and O2 minus is also stable. Okay, and after the formation of Ca2 plus and O2 minus ion, both the ions oppositely charged ion combine to form calcium oxide. Okay, and you can represent by giving electron dot. So calcium has 2 electron in its outermost shell, so calcium transfer 2 electron to each oxygen and form Ca2 plus and O2 minus ion. Both Ca2 plus and O2 minus ions are stable, and after the formation of oppositely charged ion, they combine due to presence of strong electrostatic force of attraction and forms calcium oxide. Okay, so you have to practice only the electron dot structure of different ionic compound. Orbital structure not given in the syllabus, you have to practice only electron dot structure. Now see covalent bond. Covalent bond, I have told covalent bond is formed by sharing of electron pair, one or more electron pair between two atoms. So the chemical bond that is formed between two combining atoms by mutual sharing of one or more pair of electrons is called covalent bond, and the compound formed due to this bond is called covalent compound. So a molecule formed due to the sharing of electron, that is by covalent bond, is called covalent molecules. Generally covalent bond is formed between non-metals, between two non-metals. Okay, so the atoms of non-metal usually have 5, 6 or 7 electron in their outermost shell, except carbon has 4 electron and hydrogen has 1 electrons, okay, in their outermost shell. And these non-metals combine among themselves to form covalent bonds or molecular bonds. And in during formation of covalent bond, each atom share equal number of electron to form electron pair. And after formation of the electron pair will be used equally by both the combining atom. Now see types of covalent bond. Covalent bond are three types: single covalent bond, double covalent bond and triple covalent bond. Single covalent bond is formed between two hydrogen atom, two chlorine atom, one hydrogen and one chlorine atom in water molecule, in ammonia. These are all are single covalent compound, because in this compound single covalent bond is present. Double covalent bond is found in carbon dioxide, in CO2. You can see in CO2 two double covalent bond is present. Huh. In nitrogen, triple covalent bond is present in nitrogen, N2, N triple one N. In nitrogen, triple covalent bond is present. And in ethylene, C2H4, a double bond is present, double covalent bond. In acetylene, triple covalent bond is present. In acetylene means C2H2. And the covalency of an atom is the number of its electron taking part the formation of shared pair. Thus, covalency of hydrogen is 1, covalency of oxygen is 2, covalency of nitrogen is 3. Now, the types of covalent bonds: polar and non-polar covalent compounds. Polar covalent compounds and non-polar. When the covalent compound is formed between two same atom, then the covalent compound is non-polar covalent compound. For example, covalent bond in hydrogen, covalent bond in chlorine, these are non-polar covalent bond, and these molecules are non-polar covalent molecules. Okay, so if the covalent bond is formed between two non-polar if a covalent bond is formed between two same atom, then we will get non-polar covalent bond. And if there is a large difference in electronegativity between two combining non-metals, then the covalent bond formed is known as polar covalent bond. Okay, for example in HCl, hydrogen, and there is a large difference between the electronegativity of hydrogen and chlorine. Chlorine is more electronegative, so chlorine attracts the electron pair more than hydrogen towards itself, so chlorine gets negative charge and hydrogen positive charge. Okay, so HCl is a polar covalent compound, polar covalent bond. Polar covalent bond is formed between two non-polar atom having large difference in electronegativity. And polar covalent compounds are soluble in water, ammonia. Example of polar covalent bond is polar covalent compound is HCl, water, ammonia, HF. All these are polar covalent compounds. And this polar covalent compound ionize in water. Okay, so the process by which covalent compounds are converted into ions is known as ionization. Okay, so the more the negative and more the electronegative difference between two atoms forming the bond, more is the polar nature of the covalent bond. Now see conditions for the formation of covalent bond. Conditions for the formation of covalent bond. Both atoms should have 4 or more electrons in their outermost shell. Both atoms should have 4 or more than 4 electrons in their outermost shell, except for hydrogen, beryllium, boron, aluminum. Okay. All the atoms should have high electronegativity. Both the atoms should have high electron affinity. Both the atoms should have high ionization energy. The electronegativity difference between the combining atoms should either be zero or negligible. So these are some conditions for the formation of covalent bond. Now some covalent molecules and their structure are given. First one is hydrogen molecule, H2 molecule. You know hydrogen has one electron in its outermost shell. Okay, and two hydrogen atoms each share one electron and form one electron pair. Okay, therefore there is a single covalent bond formed between two hydrogen atoms because each hydrogen atom share one electron to form a pair of electron. Now in chlorine molecule, chlorine is also non-polar molecule. Chlorine has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. Okay, so chlorine has 7 electrons in its outermost shell, and two chlorine, they share one electron to form a electron pair of electrons. Okay, two chlorine during chemical bond formation, they share one electron each and form a single electron pair, and therefore a single covalent bond is formed between two chlorine atoms. And in nitrogen molecule, nitrogen has total 7 electron and 2 electron in first cell and 5 electron in second cell. Okay, and during formation, during combination, while two nitrogen atom chemically combine, each nitrogen atom share 3 electrons and form 3 electron pair. Total 3 electron pairs are formed between two nitrogen atom. Okay, and after formation of 3 electron pairs between two nitrogen atom, they combine chemically and form nitrogen molecule. So in nitrogen molecule, a triple covalent bond is formed. In water, water is polar covalent compound, polar covalent molecule. In water, one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms are there. Oxygen has 6 electrons in its valence shell, and each hydrogen has 1 electron in its valence shell. Okay, and during formation of water molecule, each hydrogen shares one electron with the oxygen atom and forming two electron pair between two OH bond. Okay, so in water you can see two electron pair are there between two oxygen hydrogen bond. So in water, two single covalent bond is present. These are electron dot structure. Okay, in exam you will ask to write you have to write only electron dot structure, not the orbital structure. Okay, so in water, two single covalent bond is present. In ammonia molecule, one nitrogen and 3 hydrogen atoms are there. So in ammonia molecule, each nitrogen in ammonia molecule, each hydrogen atom share one electron, and one nitrogen atom share 3 electron with 3 hydrogen atoms. Okay, so there will be 3 covalent bond there will be 3 covalent bond between the nitrogen and hydrogen atoms in ammonia. Now see, in carbon tetrachloride, there are total 4 covalent bond between 4 carbon chlorine. Okay, so carbon tetrachloride in CCl4, 4 single covalent bonds are present, and these 4 covalent bonds are formed by sharing of electrons between carbon, 1 carbon and 4 chlorine atom. Each chlorine atom share 1 electron with the carbon atom. So carbon tetrachloride is also a single covalent bond. In carbon tetrachloride, 4 single covalent bonds are present. And last one is methane. In methane also there are total 4 single covalent bonds is present. Okay, that is 4 electron pair is formed. 4 electron pairs are formed between carbon and hydrogen atoms. Okay, so today I have discussed what is electrovalent bond, what is covalent bond, and what are the conditions for formation of electrovalent bond, what are the conditions for formation of covalent bond. Okay, and you have to practice the electron dot structure of different type of ionic compound and electrovalent compound. And next day I'll discuss about the properties and comparison of electrovalent and covalent compounds. Thank you, students.